Well, this is something we are seeing far too often. Deadly mass shootings, the latest one at a school in Florida this week where 17 people were killed.
And when these tragedies happen, your kids might have some questions. So how much should you tell them? Joining us this morning is Dr. Anna Shire. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We were talking about how the next time this is going to happen, because we can't assume that this will be the last one. It won't be.
It's becoming so normal.
How do you do it? Yeah, that's sad you just said that. It's so normal.
It is. It is. You know, I think when it comes to talking to your kids, and you absolutely need to be talking to your kids about this, what you first need to do is manage your own anxiety. When we're anxious, we overtalk and we share far more than we otherwise would.
So true.
Right, so the most important thing is, one, manage your own anxiety and know exactly what message you want to say to your kids. So that message might be, there's a bad man, he hurt people, but the police have him. So those people are okay now, they're safe, with that message of safety.
And I would imagine you have to take into account the age of your child. The other night I was telling you, my husband and I were talking about it, not knowing that he was listening,
Your
my
7-year-old.
7-year-old. And then he had a lot of questions, and then I didn't know how much to tell him because he does tend to be a little bit more of my worrier as opposed to my daughter.
Right, right. And so now as parents that we know that this is something that's consistently, unfortunately, going to be happening, knowing what we want to say in those situations, depending on the age of our child, is very important. With the elementary school kids, the biggest thing is any images they see, that's what sticks in their head, and that's what they see when they close their eyes at night. So if you know your child has been exposed to some pictures like that, make sure that you actually show them pictures of heroes. These are the people who rushed in. This was, you know, the teacher who kept the kids safe, and let them have as many images of people getting rescued and saved so that they can replace it or counteract the scary images that they have.
That's interesting.
Right, so that's more so with the elementary kids because images are so strong for them. But it's different with, you know, your high schoolers. They're going to ask more almost interrogative questions, or their brain is thinking more towards justice and, you know, what can I do? How can I collaborate to make you know, the world safer? So for them, you really want to give them a sense of self-efficacy where, you know, if you see some kids on Instagram, say, and they have guns and they look like they're, you know, they're talking about hurting people, that's where you need to tell your principal, your teachers, so that they feel like they have something that they can do and they can keep their world safe and themselves safe. And then help this kid too, who clearly needs some help.
It's a much more advanced discussion than with the older kids. And we were talking earlier too about, during the breaking news when this was happening on Wednesday, we had some of those students talking about we were in a code red. So this is the norm now. Even these young kids are being drilled on what to do.
It's the new norm. We were just talking about, I just did a school tour for my, you know, soon-to-be kindergartner, and the principal actually talked about, you know, this is our shooter drill. So yes, I mean, you're from California, you have earthquake drills. The kids out in Florida, they have hurricane drills. All the kids these days, they have shooter drills. And you as a parent are going to be in a good place if you talk to the school and you find out what those protocols are, because that's part of the discussion to have with your kids. Follow adults. This is where you're going to go. You're going to follow, you know, you're going to walk down the hallway, you're going to go into the cafeteria, they're going to close the doors, and that's where you're going to be safe. So whatever it is, so that they know there's a protocol in place, this is what I'm going to do, this is who I'm going to follow, and this is where I'll be. And then you let them know our part of the plan is I'll be on the sidewalk over here. This is where I'm going to be to get you as soon as they tell you you're safe, so that they know they already have that plan.
Okay. All right.
All right, Dr. Shire, thank you so much for being here. It's always nice speaking with you. Good information, as always.